If you aren't product researching this way in 2025, looking to sell a product on Amazon, I guarantee you are missing out on a potential 50, 100K, $1 million a month brand. I'm not even freaking kidding you. Majority of people looking to sell on Amazon are just doing the typical product research strategy without knowing the strategy I'm about to show you. So without further ado, like and subscribe, and I'm going to show you this really cool strategy. Without showing you this strategy already, I just want to show you that I actually am an Amazon seller. I've been doing this for about 5 years now. Here's what I'm doing year to date. So far, I've done 116,000 year to date. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing, but I have been doing this for 5 years, and my brand is growing 50% year over year. We are releasing more products. I'm super excited. So this number is probably going to change probably shortly by the end of the year when we come out with more products, this or that. But I thought I would show you that I actually am a seller compared to most of these gurus or whoever you call them that are just trying to sell you their course. So let's show you this actual strategy I was going to show you. All right, guys, for all of my product researching, I've always used Helium 10, right? Every time I product research, I always use it because you can put in a certain filter of a certain market you're actually looking for to really certify the type of market you're going for. I feel like I just repeated myself. But what I'm going to teach you guys today is a strategy that a lot of people don't use. And honestly, probably 90% of them, 99% I would say. And this strategy will guarantee, I can't actually fully guarantee, probably find you an amazing market to sell in right within 10 minutes. Right? So what I tend to look for when starting a brand is I look for a market that isn't fully new. I want a market that's been selling consistently for 5 to 10 years, right, guys? So there's this really cool filter that you can have and implement numbers in, whatever, to essentially find you markets, guys, that have literally been, that are older than 10 years. Like, I'm talking like super old markets that haven't had much innovation. And those are the markets you actually want to start a brand in. A good example of an old market that I have found is actually bird food. Super boring market. Who would ever think about selling bird food? Not me. So basically, this listing came out about a month ago. Here's just an example of why I want to show you why this works. Essentially, these guys created a sick brand in a very old and boring market, right, guys? Are already making 65K a year. I'm going to show you my strategy in just a sec, but I just want to show you this proof this actually works, going into old markets and killing it like these guys did. They literally launched in late May of this year and they're already doing 60 grand a month. So if we're going to succeed on Amazon, let's copy something that's actually working and is feasible for people to actually succeed on in 2025 doing this. All right, so the way we're going to find these types of markets, guys, is, and I'm sure they use this strategy or something like that. So we're first going to type in a market that has decent search volume, right? We're using Helium 10, black box. This is how I do all my product research, right? Monthly revenue, we're going to put 20K, right? Price, I really don't care as long as it's above $25. Here's the secret, guys. Age in months, right? Let's put something that literally has been going on for over 5 years, maybe even 10 years, right? So if we add like a multiplier, like 5 years is technically, let me do the math, 60 months, right? So we can do a minimum of 60 months, right? For age of listing. You could even do longer, like 70 months, almost 6 years, right? And then we're gonna only do the niches that have a customer that's willing to spend more. So enthusiast niches, right? So we'll go home and kitchen, industrial and scientific. People care about their health, so they're willing to spend more. So we'll go health and household. We probably won't do industrial and scientific. Let's do kitchen and dining. And then we're going to press search, guys. And within seconds, we're going to be presented markets that are super old and boring markets. Markets that have been going on and selling for a very long time. We can even bring this to 100 months. I've actually never tried this. So let's just do that before we see our results. I just am curious of what we're going to get. So we go down to mass gainer. These is like brands sometimes. If you ever see like keywords that don't really make sense, it's time to, sometimes it's brands right off the bat. Strawberry protein powder. There you go. People have been searching that for over 10 years apparently. But essentially, we are finding areas of places that really haven't had much innovation. And with not much innovation in the last 5 years, that presents an opportunity to come out with something completely different, a cool brand that matches our branding that's going on in 2025. You look at Liquid Death, all these guys that are coming out with cool brands that are 7-figure brands, 8-figure brands. As I scroll down, I want to find markets essentially, like I said, haven't had much innovation. And I will look into these markets, right? I will look into, let's say, fiber powder. We know fiber is very important for people to have. I know it's so simple, but check this out. we don't see like that amazing of new brands coming in when we look into markets like this, guys. It's a lot of old, like 2010, 2005. Look at these guys coming in with 379 reviews, coming in an old boring market. This is like what I'm talking about, guys, is people are coming into old and boring markets, coming in with 2025 type branding and absolutely killing it. Look at these guys. 9,000 bought with 300 reviews. These guys are already an 8-figure brand with only 300 reviews. So what I suggest you guys do is you guys go into and find these old and boring markets and see, is there a new brand that's really killing it, that has proven the branding that is kind of around these days, that are way better and don't look old. And so basically, if I were you, I would keep scrolling down. Maybe it is any of these, right? Maybe Kava, right? And you just keep looking around to see, has there been a brand that come out in the last 5 years that has really innovated much? And if the answer is no, do in-depth market of the revenue, how much total revenue, the profit margins, this or that, right? And take a more in-depth look, because that could be your brand that you start, guys, that can make you 8 figures. Overall, though, I hope this helped you guys so much. If you want to work with me, the link is down below. If you want some one-on-one help and consulting to help you start your brand, I also have an affiliate link if you want to use this strategy overall with Helium 10. I use Helium 10 for all of my product research. So, hope you guys have a great day. Use this strategy. Later.